Hey, hi, it's Robert Davis here. How has your life been going? I know we don't talk much, probably don't talk at all, but the cool thing is you can drop comments anytime you want to. You can make a random account and say hi. If you don't really want to post your real name, that's cool too. But what I don't want people to not watch it just because they think they know everything. Because I don't know everything. I certainly am probably not like the best parent in the world, but I work at it. I try really hard. And even though I procrastinate with a lot of things in my life, one thing I do not procrastinate with is the love I give to my family. And that's probably like the best thing about me. My whole existence has to do with has has to do with me providing for my family and them providing stuff to me. And it has nothing to do with monetary. It is all love. It is all actions. I say actions because as me being the parent, I have to set examples even if they don't like it. But after that, what I see from my kids and the things that they go through and the choices that they make, that shows me that they pretty much grown up listening to their conscience or watching other people and seeing mistakes made and trying not to go down that road. I don't want to say I've never made mistakes because, no one can say that, but I'd like to think that my whole adult life, I've tried to stay probably where my kids would want to be if they were me, meaning I get up and I do the same thing every single day. I go to work, even if I'm not feeling well. I present myself as a person that is very punctual, and I try to be at work almost every single day that I can. So I hope all of these actions that I give will in return show them that they can do the same thing in their own way. It doesn't have to be necessarily the things that I'm doing. I'm not going to say I hate any job or anything like that, but I do know that I would rather have my kids not do what I'm doing when they get my age or of the age. I already have one kid that he's working at a manual labor job, and it's very taxing, and I totally get it. So he's kind of going the same road that I've gone. I'm just hoping that his brothers, since they are younger, don't have to go down that road. Now, it is all the choices that they make that compound and make what they're going to do in life maybe not come to them, but at least be able to see the opportunities as they come. But they also got to know that you can't just sit around and not try to bring the things to you. And what do I mean by that? I mean, if you want something in your life to come true or happen, whether or not you're in the process of doing it, sometimes and most of the time, it all starts mentally. Then you can build from that. Meaning, if you wanted to learn how to draw better, super easy, right? You could do a bunch of research. You can go to YouTube. You can go Google and see people's different processes that they might go through that you could possibly try. There's other ways. There's lots of ways. Books. I mean, magazines you can buy at a store. I mean, even little kid stuff can really help you. But that's if you're working at it. If you're not working at it, then you're pretty much just hoping and wishing that things will come to you. Not saying nothing will ever happen, but most likely it won't. So what are you going to do? And I'm being really serious right now. What are you going to do if you run into a blockade in the road of your life and you get discouraged? Are you going to just stop? Are you going to keep going? Are you going to find other avenues, ways around things? I mean, if you want something so bad, hopefully my kids fall in line with this, that they might have that direction and that thing that they want to do, then you have to take the step back and look at everything else that has to go into that. So you want to be a soccer coach. You can pretty much do that for free, right? You don't have to have a lot of credentials, but it helps that you do, right? It helps if you played the sport. It helps if you have knowledge on the things that you need to learn or teach other people during games or after games, in practice, whatever the case may be. Not much more to it, right? But you could get education. You could get a certificate saying, I did this. And that's great. I'm not saying that you should go down that route or you shouldn't, because everyone has basically their own way of doing things. Like, example, you could be living in an area where there's sports going on and you're already part of it, people, and you don't have to have their credentials to do it, so you got to weigh in. That's awesome. It doesn't work like that for everyone. For the most part, you have to work at it. For the most part, you have to dedicate your mind and body pretty much to practicing what you preach, right? So teaching someone how to dribble a ball, a soccer ball, does take a little bit of knowledge, but it also takes a lot of effort and skill to be able to do it and show people how to do it correctly. So that's what I mean. It doesn't have to be soccer. It doesn't have to be a coach. It could be anything you want. It could be being a better musician or wanting to teach people how to tie their shoes for a living. You could do that. I mean, I don't know how much money you can make doing that, but that just seems like something you could do. But that's still something you could teach yourself or learn from others of different steps, different processes, different ways of doing things. So, why do I say all this? Because I don't think you'll ever need to come back to this video if you watch it one time. I say all that because I don't want you to grow up. Whoever I'm talking to, I don't care. Doesn't matter. I don't want you to grow up. Because staying young really helps your creativity. It helps to build your dreams because you still have those. Being old, sometimes you're just grumpy, stuck in your ways, not wanting to change anything, not wanting to learn anything new. Well, that has to change. You have to change. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend.